Apparently, most parents in this country say they're not good cooks. Pressure off. You don't need to have the pressure on yourself. It's good.
Yeah. Dinner time around the table, maybe something fast food or like a sandwich because we just can't cook. We don't have time, first of all, to practice cooking something good. And then the kids don't want to eat it anyway half the time.
Yeah, mostly. They want something else.
They want something else.
Yeah,
or,
sadly.
I always used to try new things. I tried a honey chicken or an orange chicken one time. Family still talks about how terrible it was.
It makes me think about my first experimenting with cooking when I was a single guy.
Oh, gosh, what'd you do?
Well, I liked ravioli and cheese.
Yeah.
And then I had a box of macaroni and cheese where the cheese is in the squeeze bag.
Okay.
And so I thought, I really want to cheese up my Chef Boyardee macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
So I opened up the can, put it in the pot, and then I took the macaroni and cheese, in the bag.
Okay.
And I squeezed all the cheese out, and I cooked it together. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
It was like peanut butter, right?
And here I am thinking I'm a chef, and I'm cooking Chef Boyardee ravioli.
I don't think you can call yourself a chef if you open a can and squeeze the cheese.
I know. It's just, ugh. I mean, Scott Watson needs to have some mishaps when it comes to cooking.
I did. I had a Thanksgiving to remember a few years ago. I had one of those rotisserie ovens, the Ronco set it and forget it.
Okay.
Apparently, you're not supposed to set it and forget a turkey because I had put oil on it.
Oh, no.
And put it in the rotisserie, and about 30, 45 minutes later, my sister-in-law, who's in town visiting, ran outside, and she said, your turkey's on fire. The
No
turkey
way.
caught fire.
It caught fire?
Inside the rotisserie. Yeah.
No way. Yeah. So no rotisserie anymore.
No, and no turkey. We had to go quickly grab some ham or, turkey slices from somewhere else.
Off
Turkey
to Denny's.
slices?
Turkey slices. Oh, that's great.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
Cooking mishaps happens all the time. Most parents in this country say they can't cook.
Yeah.
It's horrific.
So hard to figure it out and to practice, and you don't have the time.
Listen, my son, my youngest, Eli, wanted grilled cheese. I was the only one around to make it. So what I do is I put the cheese in between bread and then shove it into the toaster. The toast burnt.
You
So
think?
it didn't work too well.
The cheese melts out of it and then did you throw away the toaster, Rob?
No.
Really? How'd you get it out? How'd you get the
Just
melting?
pull it out. There's no melted cheese. It was in the bread.
There was no melted cheese.
She evidently does not know how to make grilled cheese in the toaster at all. But that was my mishap just recently, like Saturday.
You did that on Saturday?
That happened. Yeah, he wanted grilled cheese, so I made him grilled cheese and you used a toaster. It's great.
My mom made a birthday cake for my daughter and used salt instead of sugar. And I remember the first bite my youngest son took a bite of and was like, Grandma, what is that?
Ninja's been married since April. I'm sure there's got to be a mishap or two.
Well, recently I was making wings, and I thought I bought honey barbecue wing sauce, and then I went to go make it, and I had bought honey buffalo sauce.
How'd that taste?
It was very spicy. We couldn't handle it. But I remember as a kid, I was making sugar cookies, and I thought it called for baking soda, a teaspoon, but I was in a rush, and so I put a cup in instead.
Wow. Oh.
And so it had a weird aftertaste.
I'm sure.
You're still tasting it to this day.
I am sure. So Sandra's here at 800-447-7234. What happened?
I was doing a little Christmas get-together for my friends from work and church. I have never, really had baked a pie. And so I had done this, special recipe, and it was supposed to be cream cheese, and I was going to do pudding on it. So anyway, I got it all together, mixed and everything, and then after it gets cooked, you put it in the freezer and freeze it like an ice cream. Well, I put it in the freezer, and then when I started the second one, I thought, because it was just one of those you put in the freezer, I never knew you were supposed to cook the crust.
Oh, you're kidding me. That's funny. So what did you do?
So then I started reading the instructions. It says you're supposed to cook the pie crust.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
So there are people all across the world that have an idea of what we as Americans have in our homes.
What do you
that
mean?
May or may not be true. So one thing is they see in movies is that every home in America has a disposal. And
A garbage disposal?
Yes. And I thought, well, yeah, of course. But not everybody in the world has a garbage disposal. They've been around since like the 20s.
You're talking in the world.
Yes.
But
so
you're saying that this is not all Americans have a garbage disposal?
most Americans have a garbage disposal.
Disposal?
Disposal. Everybody
Disposal.
else in the
I should
world,
get that.
people in Europe,
Disposal.
because of their plumbing, they do not have garbage disposals.
You're talking the world. I thought you said this is what people think all Americans have.
Yes.
Okay.
People in the world, people outside of America, think that all Americans, because they see it in movies.
So you're saying not all Americans have a garbage disposal?
No, I'm saying that they're right about that one. But I was surprised they didn't have. But they think that we all have plastic bags under our sinks filled with other plastic bags, like from grocery stores.
That's true.
But that's not
Ours is in the
true.
garage.
Oh, you keep them. Okay.
Yeah, we
that
keep
way.
ours in the garage, not under the sink.
I will typically keep maybe 10 and
See?
and I get rid of
Okay.
the rest of them.
Okay.
Something else, air conditioning.
Right.
Not everybody in America has air
It
conditioning.
depends on where you live.
Farther north, I mean, Florida, sure. Here in the Carolinas and Georgia, sure. But if you go farther up north, not everybody has air conditioning.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one thing. The laundry.
What
don't
about
have,
it?
They don't have washers and dryers in their homes. And as I went through this list, I thought, wow, we are more blessed than we even know because we have all of these things.
You do.
I think not the washer and dryer. I will give you that. But I think garbage disposal,
Disposal.
Garbage disposals, I think we all have them.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
Liz is talking about just moments ago that everybody in the world think that all Americans in every home have a garbage disposal. And she says it wrong. I don't know if you caught what she said. You said it like dispose all, right?
It is. It's a disposal.
No, it's a disposal.
Because it disposes all.
No, it does not dispose all.
Well, I mean, not
Wait, hold
bones
on.
or spoons.
Just, around the room. Okay. Ninja. Mm-hmm. What do you say?
I say garbage disposal.
Jake, one of our other producers.
Garbage disposal.
It's disposal.
Rob says, that's me. I just talked about myself in the third person. I'm so sorry. Rob says garbage disposal.
I say disposal. I
Okay.
could say incinerator, which is what it was originally called, but
What'd you do? Google that?
no, but it's incinerator.
Incinerator?
Girl got a spelling bee over here.
Uh-huh. And
You passed your ICTs.
Katie's here at 800-447-7234. What do you say, Katie?
I just had a little comment to make about the whole garbage disposal things in America. Not everybody in America does have a garbage disposal because if you have a septic tank, you can't have one.
I didn't think about that, but you are correct.
Yeah, where I used to live, we didn't have one due to that reason.
And what was that like?
I came from one that had one. I would just keep a little strainer in the sink whenever, we have, dishes and stuff in there. And then when I go to do the dishes, I would just empty a little strainer out.
How did it change your life going from a disposal to not having one?
Pretty aggravating, but you get used to it.
Kind of like no dishwasher.
But now I'm at a place that has one again, so it's great. I love it.
Life is so much
you
easier.
really don't realize you take things for granted sometimes until you don't have one.
Now, if I understand correctly, Liz has a septic tank.
Yeah.
You and Joey have one in your
Yeah.
property.
Yeah, and we just can't put everything in it.
In the
But
garbage
yeah.
disposal.
In the garbage disposal.
Disposal.
Megan, she's never had a garbage disposal, and she's 32 years old, never had one growing up, doesn't have one now. She said, I thought it was a rich people thing.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
I don't know. If you're into iced coffee this early in the morning, I'm not. I have to have that during the summer.
The iced coffee. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of iced coffee.
But if you are a fan of iced coffee, you can stop by Taco Bell and get one, I guess.
Isn't that weird? The words, all
I
those
know.
words together coming out of your mouth.
Iced coffee at Taco Bell. I don't think that, but I guess they have a breakfast, right?
Yeah, they do. Breakfast pizzas, and I think probably breakfast burritos and that kind of thing.
So why not coffee?
Why not coffee? But do they do hot coffee? Because I don't know that they do. So it isn't only the iced coffee. But anyway, they have some delicious flavors, it sounds like.
Oh, I have no idea.
So dulce de leche, which is huge. That sounds delicious.
It's easy for you to say.
Dulce de leche. And then Mexican chocolate mocha. So Mexican chocolate, hot chocolate, if I'm not mistaken, has like a little cinnamon. It's just a little bit more of a kick to it. It's delicious.
Okay.
And then they do sweet vanilla.
So you've tried this?
No, I just know the flavors. Like I say, I'm not a big fan of iced coffee, so enjoy.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
So there's this iced coffee we're learning about at Taco Bell. It has Costa Rica, what's it called? I can't say it.
Dulce de leche.
Thank you. It's got that and some other flavors and
like
stuff
a
like that.
Mexican hot chocolate and then a sweet vanilla.
Yes, we don't know if they have hot coffee at Taco Bell.
I've
it's a
never
question mark, right?
heard of hot coffee at Taco Bell.
Anna's here at 800-447-7234. What do you know, Anna?
I just wanted to let you guys know that they do have hot coffee. I get made fun of a lot because I love their coffee because it's like a Keurig type coffee with fresh every single time. And then you said dulce de leche really well.
Yay!
It sounds like you would pick Taco Bell coffee over Starbucks.
You know what? I do like Taco Bell coffee now. The inconsistency of Taco Bell, of having it ready, like sometimes I go in there and they don't have it, the only disappointment. But other than that, I love their coffee.
Is it cheaper?
It's like $1 something. I get it with the combo.
Hey, it's like at the gas station.
Yeah, I really like it. So I just wanted to clarify that. I know that I've never tried the dulce de leche. I've just tried the cinnamon creamer, and that one's really good.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
So there's a secret compartment that you can hide all of the Reese's peanut butter cups.
Or anything else you like that you get. But that they would like you to put the Reese's in there. It looks like a jack-o'-lantern, and behind the eye on the pumpkin is a little flap. And so you see something that you want to keep away from everybody else, you just
slide it in there.
Under the flap.
And nobody knows.
No, because it just slides in that secret compartment and it's all yours.
Yeah. So I wonder what you would put in that if that was your bag and there was that secret compartment. Because for me, I am addicted. It is my kryptonite, Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
I could eat those things all day.
So you would slide.
I look like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Without the ridges, right?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of ridges around me, man.
But you just, okay. Fun size Snickers. That's what
That's
I would
you?
say.
You
I think
put that in there?
I think that's the way I would go
So
with it.
Ninja's one of our producers. What would you put in there, Ninja?
Anything chocolate. So growing up, my sister and I would always trade our candy, and I would try to, as best I could, keep all the chocolate.
What would she take?
She would take the more like sugary hard candy things, like those little packets that they're shaped like fruit.
Yeah.
But they all taste like sugar.
Like Nerds almost, but they're fruit flavor. Okay.
Okay, then.
Wow, your sister made a bad trade. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because Liz is the chocolate. I wonder, what about you, Jake?
Let's see. If I couldn't do Reese's peanut butter cups, I definitely would do, Tootsie Rolls.
Yes.
The fruit ones, like the fruit Tootsie, like the orange
Oh,
ones.
that's your jam, huh?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know it, but I'm like, I'll trade you every day of the week, buddy.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
If you have a new baby or you're thinking about having a child, a couple of things you probably want to take into consideration: the cost of daycare and diapers.
Okay.
So somebody came out with a list that says maybe $15,000 a year for the first year
Sounds about right.
per child. So it's childcare is like $6,000, and then to feed them $2,400 for the formula or whatever, the bottles, diapers about $1,200.
So how am I going to break the news to baby Grace that's being born this morning?
You know what? You just find it. You really do.
Uh-huh.
You just find. But there are things that you can do. I did not know when my kids were little that I could ask my pediatrician for. Wait, what?
I was waiting for her to figure this out.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
She was born?
Not yet.
Well, I knew she's.
They
on
went
the
to
way.
the hospital at 5:15 this morning.
What?
Yes.
You waited to tell me this?
Well, yeah, because you're talking about baby and how much it costs and stuff. I might as well say something.
Like it.
I've been texting with my son since 5:15 this morning.
You didn't tell
Yeah, so.
Oh my! Congratulations!
Well, thank
Even
you.
though she's not here yet.
I love. She just kept going. Said, "Yeah. So how do I break this to Baby Grace?" And she just kept going. What?
Well, because I knew her name.
Right.
I knew that they were close. I didn't know that they were en route to the hospital or
Today.
already in a room.
They were admitted at 5:15. At 5:18 to be exact. If I need to be exact, yeah.
And so Miss Brittany is your daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law, yep.
Is in labor now.
Yeah, going.
Ice chips, only ice chips.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
It's wild to think that we can still talk about Toys R Us even though they went away so long ago.
Yeah, but they're at Macy's, right?
But they're kind of back in a way.
They are. So they have like a deal set up with Macy's so you can find Toys R Us there. And I think there's one in New York. But Jeffrey the giraffe is still around. He's still their mascot and he's still doing some things.
It's Rob and Liz, his radio. So Jeffrey's got his whole top 10 list now.
For this Christmas. If you're ready to hear this list, here we go.
Well, I'll just tell you a few. We're not
Yeah.
going to give you a whole laundry
No,
list,
no,
but
just
I'll
a
tell
couple.
you a couple of that. I wouldn't mind the Spider-Man Ultimate Web Guitar.
How does that work? If you got webs, how you playing notes? Like, isn't it sticky? Isn't it like maybe I'm
She's
overthinking?
overthinking everything. I thought she'd go to, it's on the internet.
No. And then there's a Baby Alive. A new Baby Alive where she's all grown up. And I just wonder if she still eats and she still gets rid of her food the same way. If she's all grown up, then she's got to be potty trained.
Oh, that's right. That was the baby back in the day that did her
Yeah.
business in the diaper, right?
That's right.
That's why they called it Baby Alive. So,
Yes.
so drank the milk and all that other stuff, or
Yeah.
the formula for Baby
Yeah,
Alive.
Yeah. It wasn't like a normal baby, obviously, because you didn't have like a 20-minute window. Like it just came straight out.
So Baby Alive is a teenager now?
No,
What is
she's
it?
not a teenager. She looks like she's about 8 or 9 years
Okay.
old. So she's past the potty training age, and now she's having like tea parties with her friends and that kind of thing.
So what makes it alive?
That's the part I don't know. So I don't know with technology, the later Baby Alives, like their little mouth would move a little bit. So it almost looked like they were drinking the bottle.
I feel like Liz had her own Baby Alive when she was a kid.
At a knockoff version.
What would that be?
I don't know. Baby barely breathing. I don't know.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
I don't know if you noticed, but Mountain Dew has a new flavor in stores right now. It's Rob and Liz in the morning, his radio, and it happens to be, get this, don't choke, a fruitcake, Mountain Dew fruitcake.
Why?
A flavor Mountain Dew fruitcake.
Why?
Sneak peek into next year, you know already.
Yeah, they're already talking about one next year.
Yeah.
I might be down with this one. It is Cobra Cane.
What's that?
It's the flavor of a candy cane.
Okay.
So it's Mountain Dew and candy cane, which is weird. So it's citrus and a candy cane. I'm not really getting that, but
I found out something about Scott Watson, our news guy.
what's that?
And I have to go to the horse's mouth to make sure that what I heard is truth.
Okay.
Because not many people that I know of are fans of eating fruitcake. Scott Watson, on the other hand, is this true?
Yep. But
You
it has to
like-
be Claxton fruitcake.
Oh, the
only
certain
one
brand.
I'll eat. I won't just eat any fruitcake.
But what makes it
Claxton.
different? What makes it different?
Just tastes better.
Is it?
It actually kind of goes back. My grandmother used to put one in my Christmas stocking when I was a kid, the Claxton, fruitcake.
Yeah.
And I like them. And so now every year my wife, I'll make sure that she knows to do this. We'll put a Claxton fruitcake in my stocking, and I love it. But I'm the only one that'll eat it in my house.
It
And that's
keeps
okay.
my door open great.
That's what I'm thinking. She puts it in your stocking. Your stocking must be as long as your house because when she thunks it in there.
It stops the boat perfectly as an anchor.
Yeah. She anchors that stocking pretty well on the mantle.
How do you even
Because it
cut
is
the
heavy.
thing? Those things are so hard to cut.
A good knife. Very good knife.
Seriously?
Yeah, they're good. You should try it.
Fruitcake.
I'm going to bring some in. We're going to try it this year.
Really?
All
You-
together.
I guess.
It's not that we haven't tried it.
It's been forever for me.
Well, yeah, because
I just keep regifting it.
right from 19 what?
Yeah.
99?
And now I know who to give it to.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
'Tis the season to watch Charlie Brown on TV. It's Rob and Liz in the morning, his radio. So some people are like, oh, I can't watch it anymore Because if you don't own it on, streaming services now, it's on Apple.
And not everybody has an Apple subscription. I don't have Apple TV. I don't have Apple.
Well, the good thing is, let me back up. It used to be on CBS forever, right?
Oh, for decades.
So you'd watch it same time every year. It's always on CBS, and then they flipped it over to PBS, and people went, "Oh, that's different."
Yeah, but that's okay. That's doable.
No commercials. Hey, like that.
Yay.
And then all of a sudden, it went to Apple Plus, like last year or the year before. And it's like, oh man, now I can't watch it if you don't already own it.
Yeah, another subscription service. Yay.
Yeah, but here's the thing Apple is doing now. They're saying, don't worry. If you don't have a subscription, we're going to open it up for 3 days for each one of the specials. So what's it called? The Great Pumpkin?
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
So it's Friday to Monday coming up.
Yes. And then you don't have to worry because the Thanksgiving one, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, is going to be available the week of Thanksgiving. And then Charlie Brown Christmas is also going to be available for just a couple of days.
Three days for each one of those, which is nice. So you get to watch it.
Used to be on a Monday night. I remember that. When it was
For
on
real?
CBS, it seemed like it was always on a Monday night.
I thought it was Friday.
I think it was a Monday.
I always thought it was Friday.
I'm pretty sure it was Monday.
It was not Thursday.
No, it wasn't. Or Tuesday.
Certainly wasn't Wednesday.
I think it was Monday.
I remember Friday.